A 17-year-old from Brazil has recently been decimating the ladder with his new Irelia build. Blade of the Ruin King, Muramana, Sunfire Cape. It doesn't really make sense, but it works, and on the Rift, he has been terrorizing players this season, hitting rank 1 in Season 11. He actually finished rank 1 in Season 10 as well in Brazil. So let's break it straight down and jump onto Summoner's Rift. Jumping onto the Rift, this player is one of the most aggressive early laning players I have ever seen. He literally always goes for the 1v1s in the early game, flips the entire lane, and usually comes out ahead. He goes that presser attack into this specific matchup, into Illusion, mainly because you're not really looking to like long... And Conqueror, it's going to be better for like extended trades, extended duels. Lucian matchup, you just want to get in and absolutely burst the guy before he has a chance. Lucian counters Irelia because your dash actually... So when Irelia goes for the E, the boom boom, Lucian saves your E and then you dash to the side. You dodge it. Simple. So plus you got an ranged advantage. So you'd expect Lucian in this early game to try and use that against the Irelia, and at level 6, especially if Irelia gets the Ninja Tabi or the Steel Cap boots, she'll be able to negate some of the damage. Lucian flashes the E, and we get first blood. There you go. I was telling you guys about how aggressive he was, and that's a 1-for-1. First blood, obviously worth it. He'll come back into the laning phase now, and now with no flash on the Lucian, he kept his flash. Like, this trade is so positive, it's just ridiculous. He should be able to try and set the Lucian up for another kill. And I'm pretty sure the lane's going to bounce back to him. So this guy's name is like Jean Mago or Jean. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. He's a very famous Brazilian player. Rank 1 last season. I believe he got a lot of views on Twitch getting rank 1. Puts his ward out. I love this. Puts his ward out before he gets back to the lane, just so he knows a little bit where to play towards in case this Elise tries to gank him. And now the lane is very extended, so Lucian's got to be careful. It looks like the Irelia just going to let the wave shove into him rather than try and cop a freeze, just because the wave's a little bit too big. But yeah, I wonder if this guy has any ambitions on going pro. Like, I definitely think he could go pro, but like, I think he pulled like over 100k views when streaming his rank 1 grind ended last season. So like, look, at the end of the day, going pro is cool, but if you're looking at like a monetary standpoint or whatever, like being a streamer or a content creator, probably a better option. You know, it is what it is. Kind of sad to see some players that don't really get to go to pro play because they kind of skip out on it. Like someone I would have loved to have seen go for the whole pro play route is TF Blade. But look, guys, at the end of the day, content creation, it's pretty OP. As he picks up the kill, good gank by the Kane. Elise repels, moving in now. Q's resets, and that's a double kill. We are 3-1 at 4 minutes. Beautiful teamwork here. He'll get this wave in, deny the Lucian. Watch his options. Goes for a base. He could have roamed top or bot side here, but it's probably a little bit overforced, especially 1.3k gold in the inventory. Now expect him to get a tier here. He does get the tier. Now, it's weird. He builds tier on Irelia every single game. I guess it helps. I mean, sure, it helps with the mana. You get the Manamune. Sure, it helps with your combos, but I haven't seen many Irelias do this setup, so it's very interesting to see. When I saw him doing this, it takes him a long time to get a mythic item on Irelia, but he doesn't really seem to care. I'm not sure if he's invented this or this is popular in the Irelia community, but I haven't seen many Irelias do it, so especially in Korea, so this is why I'm kind of doing this video to be like, what the hell is going on? And you can see the Lucian is just an absolute damage control here. Not much he can do to salvage this lane. Q lands, just going to weave his autos. You get such long range autos on the Irelia. It's all about using your spacings. Elise tries a gank. Looking. Q reset. Pops the ignite. Lucian will die to that. Oh, he's going to drop here though. And he does die. Okay, 1-for-1 for the Lucian. Might be unhappy with that. But as I was saying, guys, like, I've watched a couple of this guy's games in Brazil, and the Brazilian server is a very strange server. It's probably similar to OS, where there's not good enough players to fill the games. Like, in Korea, you'll notice, like, most players are very talented. Laning phases are pretty predictable. It's on matchups. But, like, in regions like Brazil or OS, I think there's not enough high-quality players. So a lot of the times you'll have, like, one member on one team, like 20 kills, and then the other team, like one member with 20 kills as well, just going head to head. Because they can't fit, because there's just like massive gaps in talent in some roles. and it just ends up being the weirdest games where it kind of looks like silver. Like, let's be honest. So this game, look, with 16 kills, only 6 minutes in, that is kind of busted. Ours still has his E misses. Has his Q reset, does die. I think he's looking for the triple Q reset. Blade was showing me that in Korea, where you can kind of get your E set up. You RQ E, second E, Q, auto Q with your reset as well. So you get 3 Qs. I don't play Irelia, but he was looking for that, didn't quite land it. And Blade of the Ruin King looks to be his first purchase of the game. He's going to rush that. Of course, is a decent item on Irelia. But constantly fighting. I'd love to lane against this guy. It looks super, super oppressive. Just super mechanical. These players, like, they're complete stark contrast to players like Dopa or someone like that. E lands, Q reset, whole team coming in, squad. There is the 6th kill of the game. And Rel's actually been seeing a lot more play recently. Weird. I don't see the champion in solo queue games, but I see it in competitive all the time. I really need... I couldn't tell you what one skill is called. I know what they do, but like I just don't really have that much experience. As you get on trying to eat up some plates. Enemy Renekton getting a bit of a lead. Enemy Elise doing decent. Gonna be a solid game. And for those looking to play Irelia, guys, understand it's a very... I would say it's a very time-consuming champion, as in you really need to study the matchups and the combos and the timings for this champ to make it work. If you just go into your game right now, just go in and just QQQ the wave and try and throw an E out, it's not going to work. You need your hands to do it without thinking. You need to go and play these games and put the hours in, as he may have enough of the Blade of the Ruin King back. Goes really deep here. Ends up staying, doesn't want to lose the wave. Lucian hovers up. He thought maybe it would be a base for base. You can see 35 to 65 CS. I don't know if the Lucian should be moving up here. Ooh. He wants to try and R the wave. Oh, good flash by the Lucian. Elise, Cocoon, and he will drop there, you can see. He got baited a little bit. I like the aggression by the Lucian. We got Blade of the Ruin King now. And you'll see him often do like things like that, where he'll look for the outplays, guys. He doesn't shy away, which means sometimes he has like 10 plus deaths. Like, he really limit tests. He goes for it, you know? I'm trying to think of another player who does this a lot. I would say his playstyle reminds me a lot of like Caps or someone like that, where he doesn't really focus on the perfect, like, especially in solo queue, like macro or like decision making. He kind of just plays what he sees and just goes for the outplays. As the blue side has a bit of an advantage. 1,000 gold in the lead now. As he shoves the mid lane wave in and looks for a bot side dive. His team manages to clean it up. Wraith camp there, half chunked. And he'll just move, get some vision, then move back into the mid lane. Gotta be careful of the Elise. Elise Renekton is one of the most lethal combos, by the way. And you can see their top side absolutely making this Nars life a living hell. Okay, go for the tower maybe? He needs vision top side. He needs the Kayn to try and provide it. Duskblade Kayn. Jesus Christ. Hello, Sona. Bye-bye, Sona. Not sure what you were doing there, buddy. Not much to do on the map. 800 gold to spend. Probably will get a boot upgrade, maybe. Instead, goes for the damage, double longsword. Maybe would have liked, you know, maybe a little would have liked Mercs there into the Elise Renekton Sona, but probably looking to complete the Muramana and try and stack up some damages. But dude, I'd love to see this guy like travel to like Korea or somewhere. I guess he's only 17 is the thing. He's very young. So he has so much time to do whatever just do whatever he wants. As he's moving into the bot side here, looking for a fight. He has his flash, he has his ultimate. Let's see how he plays it. Trying to get behind on the fight. Lucian picks up the rel. E. R flash. Q's land. Has so many resets there. Picks up the double kill. That's beautifully played. A lot of confidence there. He has 8 kills to his name now. I love his emote game. Has a really good emote game. It's difficult to have like I think Chovy has a very good emote game. He's probably the most notable from Korea that has a good emote game. I think Knight has a decent emote game as well. Some players just don't use emotes. I don't use emotes that often. I don't have enough APM to waste to get like these players, these really mechanical players maybe they have too much APM, so you know, giving a couple of APM towards these emote spams, sure, go for it. Me, I need to keep every goddamn APM I can to actual, you know, inputs into the game. Otherwise, I may end up inting, which rarely ever happens. But if I were to use emotes, then that probably would happen. Me int. Luckily, you know, I don't. As we have our steel cap boots. This is decent. This is decent. Here, you have a lot of tenacity on the Irelia and from your runes, so... Into a Lucian Kai'Sa Renekton. It's going to help out, sure. And we finally get a drop into a side lane. About time. And you just want to chunk out the waves, get vision deep into this red side, guys. It's all about when you're splitting, you need that vision. You need that vision in the enemy jungle. You need either you to set it up, or you need your jungler or your support to help you get it. Don't ever split into darkness. It defeats the purpose of splitting, because the idea of splitting is you're a pressure point, but when you have vision, enemy team tries to collapse, you back off slightly. Your team presses on the other side of the map. If you have no vision, you don't know when to hard shove, you don't know when to hard pressure, your team doesn't know when to commit other side of the map. It's super important to have the vision out. Looks to try and get this. Kai'Sa, E doesn't land. Ultimate is up in 4, 3, 2, 1. Should be QR. Oh, wants to get the wave in first. What the hell is this rel? Sorry, it's a Kane. Hey, buddy. Doesn't have flash. Gonna have to play this perfectly. E lands. But it doesn't have enough tenacity to get out. Shut down over. Even with the mercs, it wouldn't have been enough. Just tries to grab some farm. Muramana picked up now here at 14 minutes. And a control ward. Ooh. Where are you going to go, Elise? What's your game plan? Oh, Crocodile! Flash is over. Okay, Tristana. There we go. Get that Gale Force. Gale Force was nerfed today, guys, on the patch. There's 30 extra seconds on the Gale Force today for 80 carries. So this is a magnificent day for mid laners, especially champions like Orianna, who definitely took a hit because of the Gale Force. Any mechanical player can dodge an Orianna ult or other champion stuns with this Gale Force, so it's definitely going to help those type of champions out. As we're moving in now, his team is really running it. Moving towards off the vision here, and it looks like he's just going to go, nah, boys. Smart decision. I'm going to farm the camps for now. Kai'Sa, a little bit overextended here. It doesn't look like he's going to move up, though. Gonna let her move into the tower. Let's see how he plays it. R hits. Max hitbox. She flashes over. The E lands. Are you kidding me? And he picks that kill up. Man, that was bloody well played. Pretty much a max range Irelia ult into the E predict over the wall for the flash. Genius play there. And his flash is coming back up now. 45 more seconds and he can start pressing into the side lane. God, when you accuse one-shot backlines on Irelia, it's a good time. But yeah, when I was looking at his builds, man, like his build next is usually like a Sunfire cape. He usually goes Mythic now. Which is like, it's really odd. And like, why Sunfire? Like, I understand, like, I think the Mythic for Sunfire gives you, like, haste, right? Gives you cooldown reduction. E? For the second E, it lands, and he just gets one shot. This guy reminds me of Caps, he really does. Brazilian Caps, I'll call him. As his team now has to fend for themselves. Definitely don't recommend fighting without your mid laner. And yep, sure enough, here comes the Sunfire. Tristana jumps in, E, auto. Tristana's really good at the moment. You'll actually see a lot of mid laners starting to play Tristana mid. You see, I've been seeing Nemesis has been playing a lot of it. Power of Evil has been playing a lot of it. There's one or two Korean mid laners. I can't remember. Was it? Maybe Chovy or Showmaker have been playing some Tristana, but not much. Mainly those Western mids, but who knows? Maybe it'll catch on in the meta. A lot of meta right now I see is things like people trying like Soraka mid with that Moonstaff tech from LS. At the end of the day, guys, I love LS. Good on him. But in your own solo queue games, be careful about picking things like Soraka mid and rushing healing. Because if you're in Iron and you're depending on your team to play the team fights correctly in DPS, just go next, mate. You're going to get very frustrated as his team picks up a double kill. That's the problem with these supportive setups, guys. You can heal and you can protect your team as much as you want, but if you're playing Soraka and your team just runs in and you can't heal infinite damage sometimes. It doesn't really work out. I'm gonna drop into the side lane here. Clear these waves out. Yum, 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 yum. 4k gold lead for his team now. Not many objectives open, guys, so just make sure to get as many resources as you can. Max Q, followed by E, of course, on the Irelia. Now move in deep. Look for some... Probably try and look for this blue when it spawns, honestly. He sees the pink there. Try and drag it out a little bit. There you go. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Teemo, thumbs up. Clear that vision out. A lot of players, from my experience, in these stale moments of the game where there's not much to do with like dragons or objectives on the map, this is where throws happen. Right now is where throws happen, where you try and make plays or overforce things for literally no reason, for no objective gain, for no money, like hardly any monetary gain. Like the risk versus reward is really not worth it. So play around your vision and see if the enemy team steps up, but if not, don't overforce. You don't have to force things in solo queue, especially games like this. Like, play towards your objectives. If they move in, oh, one shot? Not a one shot, but we clean up that Lucian. Not sure what he's doing there. And as I was saying, usually they'll move up, try and protect vision on the Baron or something like that. Baron's a really good pressure point in the mid game. But before then, around about 15 to 20 minutes when there's no like single objectives up, just be careful, guys. Be smart. Play towards your team's strengths, as this Elise seems to be picked out. Muramana has been completed. Good to see Elise's build. Night Harvester, Nashes, man. Going for pure damage. This Kai'Sa is so cocky the way she moves. He misses the E though. Goes in, lands that one auto. God, this is gonna hurt. Please go for it. He doesn't have ultimate, so it's like you can't really do it yet. And you can see he's 210 CS at 20 minutes, guys. So don't let it fool you. His continuous fighting. He's still getting great resource. Mainly from farming that jungle. The Muramana really does help that with the extra mana he has to clear the camps. W. Looking to move in now. Renekton. Beautiful juke out on the Renekton. Has the reset. Gets that one kill. Looking for more. Ultimate up in 7 seconds. Let's see if they look for a turn. Thank you very much, Kai'Sa. And do you see how, like, I don't know, man, these players' decision making is a little bit off. It does remind me, it really does remind me of O's games. Enemy Lucian gets blasted. And we're sitting on a lot of gold, so probably one inhib and then reset would be great. And set up Baron Vision. You're always gonna be thinking like these things, guys. Like when you're taking this inhib, think about what's next. Like I'm always, when I'm doing this, thinking about, okay, let's go, let's all reset, let's go to the Baron, let's set up Vision on the Baron. Then if someone comes to clear the Baron Vision, we make a pick, something like that. Instead, they go for the greedy move, then look and trying to end at 21 minutes. The enemy respawn is too low here, and this is where teams overstay. Just think about what is available. When you're looking at around about 30 plus minutes, and that's when you start looking for those ends here. But 21 minutes, the death time is too short. You can't, it's too risky to do. I wouldn't recommend it at all. As we complete our Sunfire. And we get our Tiamat. Looking for the Ravenous Hydra next. Is that what it's called? Is it still called that? That's what he builds. Perfect wave clear. Has plenty of mana. Gets somewhat tanky. I mean, it really does have everything. Even Sunfire, I believe, does AP damage, man. Getting a nice damage spread. You can't hate on the build. Hit up. Maybe I'll message TF Blade and maybe ask him about this shit. What he thinks. Remember when I was in Korea, TF Blade was doing that weird Triforce Black Cleaver thing ages ago. As he's moving in, he lands, weaving some autos, picks up the Renekton, 13th kill of the game, and it's looking pretty hopeless for the enemy team. I'm pretty sure the solution has given up on his life and possibly the entire game. One more fight. Give it to me. You've got Flash. You've got Ultimate. And they're going to do the smart thing and probably look for the Nash and then try and end the game. Oh, Elise is going to try and... Oh, this is smart. Is this smart or what? He didn't have vision on this, did he? He knew the... I think he saw the Elise maybe coming out of base and just assumed she'd part that way. He hits that kill and he's going to move back into the base. He has a minion wave for the Q resets here. Q. E lands onto the Renekton, Q's onto the backline. R just misses the Kai'Sa, but he still has the Q reset. Looking to weave W. Oh, look at that healing from the Sonar. Are you serious, bruv? E lands. Q's just up. Gets the resets now, and he will drop as well. I mean, look, pure limit test. 16 kills to his name now, and his team should be able to finish this up. Yoink. Hydra has been completed. Let me know in the comments who you guys think I should review next. I'm seeing a lot of strange and wacky builds starting up in the new season, so maybe some reviews on that. I've been seeing some different strategy with the summoner spells on mid laners, some TP heals and ignites, and some weird things going on, so maybe that will be my next video. But we'll see. Always love discovering new players. I actually had no idea about this player specifically, Gene Mago, but I discovered him when the his end of season rank 1 grind happened. It looks like GA would be the last item. And then recently I was just checking leaderboards and he was the first challenger in the world, I believe. He hit the first challenger out of anybody. And then he also hit, I think he hit 900 or maybe 1000 LP pretty quick. And now he's hovering rank 1 to 2, I think, at the moment in Brazil. I'm not really sure what his goals are for the season. Maybe just keep creating content. No summoners. Let's look for the finishing move. Lucian is an absolute menace. Why are you moving in here, bro? Tristana should be able to clean him up. Yes, sir. He's miss. Just leaves the wave as well so he can Q back. Enemy team has a good wave clear. What the hell? They're not allowing the end. I thought they'd given up, but they're still trying. Okay, Elise. Just insta-Qs in. Has R looking for the... Hits the stopwatch. Into the stasis. And they get a quadra kill onto the Kayn. And that's going to be the end of the game, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. Absolute banger. I love this player. Hope to do more in the future. Until next time, catch us later. Peace.